Obviously, I know yesterday and the last couple of days probably a little disappointing for you, but just overall thoughts on the process of the draft and everything.
Yeah, so definitely a little disappointing not to hear my name called. Fortunately enough, this year I wasn't really expecting it as much as last year, so it's not as much of a letdown. Just love to hear my name called, obviously, especially, I have the entire town of Fremont, I'm pretty sure, watching, let alone whoever else I know is keeping track of me. So it's a little disappointing, but it's not the end of the road.
So what's next for you? I know we were talking and you said there were other opportunities that you might be able to pursue.
Yeah, so I do have a couple offers on the table so far. I'm going to kind of wait till this weekend to kind of decide which route I want to go. But the good news is the career doesn't end here, so I'll definitely get an opportunity to be a professional baseball player and hopefully kind of show what I can do. But if not, at least I get the opportunity instead of kind of sitting at home kind of thinking, what if?
Obviously, starting at Xavier, you were there for 2 years, hurt both years, and you make it here. And I know, obviously, you're a little bit older than what maybe the scouts would like, but
right.
Even your mom, you and I were talking off camera. Your mom said you've always taken the long road. Do you kind of feel that same way?
Yeah. Obviously, getting drafted and playing affiliated ball would be, the dream, and a little bit easier to work that way up the levels. But yeah, like my mom said, definitely not the easiest road here. Hurt for 2 years, and then coming to Tech, not knowing what I'd even be able to do anymore, just hoping to be competitive, and it kind of turned out to be the best decision I made so far. So, yeah, no, I'm no stranger to the long road. So hopefully it'll kind of keep working my way.
What is it that you think you can bring to a ball club, no matter where you might catch on?
Quiet confidence. Honestly, I'm not really that flashy player who is gonna pimp home runs and yell and throw somebody out, but just kind of that stability. Like if I strike out or if I hit a home run, I'm still gonna kind of be that same person. There might be a little frustration in between, but hopefully some just competitive at-bats. Hitting's always kind of been my forte, so hopefully competitive at-bats, and then just try to be as defensively sound as possible.
Do you think a DH position would suit you pretty well too?
I don't know. I get kind of bored at DH, honestly. I like to play defense, but any opportunity I'm not going to say no to. So,
what kind of motivation does this give you moving forward? Obviously not hearing your name called, and then maybe having to take a little bit of a longer route to try and get into pro ball.
Yeah, so always been that chip on my shoulder, even since high school. I remember my junior and senior year. I think my senior year I hit 550 and was like second team or honorable mention all state. So definitely used to being overlooked, and it's just kind of developed that chip on my shoulder and just kind of showing people what I can do while staying humble at the same time.
What is it that you think you still need to work on and improve on if you maybe want to be able to make this jump from what your next step might be to what minor league and affiliated ball would be?
I think that adjustment to, obviously you're going to be seeing way more quality pitches, but the strike zone is going to be a little bit different, so just got to make sure I stay in the zone. I know in the World Series there's a couple pitches that I hit that necessarily weren't strikes, but they were around the zone. So I think the biggest thing for me to just keep moving forward is just work on that zone awareness a little bit better and making sure that if I'm hitting a pitch, it's in the zone for sure and I'm not really chasing.
Reflect on your time here at Indiana Tech. I know you said you just, it was one of the best decisions you've ever made. Just how much did it mean for you for Coach McWilliams to give you a shot here?
Yeah, so I'm forever grateful to Coach Mack and Indiana Tech as a whole for, getting me in so fast since it was such a short turnaround time, getting my application in and getting me accepted, financial aid, all that stuff. So forever grateful to him, and I think I've told him 2 or 3 times already since the season's ended. So I've met lifelong friends here, and obviously, hopefully, left a legacy for other guys to kind of look up to and hopefully follow my footsteps and even beat mine. Like Jake DeFries has a bright future ahead of him, and hopefully that it's just one of those things where I can kind of build off of.
What has Indiana Tech meant to you, and this baseball program meant to you in your career?
Everything so far. Obviously Xavier I was hurt, so doesn't really. It's kind of non-applicable, but Indiana Tech has definitely been where my heart and soul has been the past 4 years. I can't tell you a day where even on vacation that I didn't spend a day here, and that's just working out or hanging out with a friend or whatever it was. So a lot of people know that I'm either in the weight room or I'm on the baseball field or somewhere in between. So.
I know graduation is close on the horizon for you as well. Just obviously, if this baseball thing doesn't work out, what would be next for you? So
I already finished my undergrad. I'm almost done with my graduate, so I think I'm going to apply full time in the fall to just go ahead and knock that out. But if baseball doesn't work out for me, I'd love to pursue a job in a sports facility role, maybe as a director or even giving private lessons. I love baseball too much to get away from the game completely, but I understand that I got to grow up and do the business aspect as well.
And I guess for you, just personally, I guess kind of being able to come back and play so close to home as well, what has that meant to you, and getting to play here in front of friends and family and everything like that?
Yeah, so my mom's definitely been my biggest fan and my biggest supporter. So playing at Xavier, we have family down there, so she definitely could come down every once in a while and stay with them and watch some games. But being 45 minutes away, anytime we played during the day and the weather was nice, which the weather really didn't go our way this year. My mom's at the games. She's usually out there around the cement with her dog backs. So it was actually awesome because I'd have friends show up randomly. Oh, hey, Glenn. I was like, Brock? Or, I know my head coach came, and one of my old athletic directors actually came. So it's definitely nice to have all this support and being so close to home. If anything comes up where my friends need me or my mom needs me, I know I can make it back.
And then for you guys, you make it to the World Series for the first time since you were here. Just what was that moment like for you as a senior and in your final year of Indiana Tech ball?
Yeah, so just amazing. For some reason, when we were in nationals, we got that first out, and I just felt super calm. There's no nerves, and it was kind of strange because that ball almost went over the fence with 2 outs. So should have felt like I was panicking, but for some reason I was super calm. But yeah, I mean, we deserved that. We earned it. I knew we had a special group in our first couple games of the year. Me and Taylor Nichek would talk. We'd win, and we'd kind of look at each other, jog. We're like, are we good? I don't know. Are we good? And so we definitely knew we had a special group, but. My past 3 years we've been there and just couldn't get the job done. We're 1 game short usually, so to kind of break through that and actually just clean sweep it was honestly amazing, and it's definitely an experience I'll never forget.
How much do you think that helps set this program up here for the next couple of years and for the near future?
A lot, actually, just because that experience is key. So the freshmen like Jake DeFries and Jacob Daftari, I mean, that's something that they get a taste for. And now they want to go back, and they know how to handle it when they get back. Not that they didn't handle it, but just, you have that experience under your belt. And then seniors like Reese Olden, I think he knows how to get it done. He's been to the championship 3 years in a row. So hopefully I'll see him there next year when I'm watching.
What was your experience like out in Lewiston, just getting to go out there for the first time? Obviously a long travel day for you guys right away, but what was that experience like?
Well, first of all, one of the guys who came in and talked to us told us that it was going to stink because of the paper mill, and I was kind of thinking he was just pulling our chain. I was like, it can't smell that bad, and he was right. It did smell pretty bad. It was actually kind of funny when we woke up for that 8:30 game. I think we were all up at 5-ish, and it kind of smacked you in the face when you walked out the hotel door. So it was like a good wake-up call. But yeah, it stunk. But Lewiston was a beautiful town. They were super inviting to us, super welcoming. At no point did anybody be mean to us because we were Indiana Tech Warriors instead of the LC Warriors, so that was cool. And yeah, the little kids loved it. It was a great environment and definitely a beautiful stadium.
For you guys, obviously, you go out there, you win that first one, lose the next 2, had to be pretty tough, but
yeah.
To still go out there and compete well and get a win under your guys' belt, what was that like?
Well, Bellevue actually made a run too. So it definitely wasn't just a free win, which some people kind of looked at them as the 9 seed, kind of a pushover, but no, they eliminated some good teams, so they definitely weren't a pushover, but it was definitely nice to get that win. And then Tennessee Wesleyan, I mean, they won it all, so tip your cap to them. And then Southeastern with some clutch hitting in the 9th, so I mean, you got to tip your cap to them too. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun, a lot of good quality baseball played out there, and overall a great experience.